Hello, Nintendo Wii here. Today I'm going to be talking a bit more about the Retron 5. I've seen a few people online commenting saying that it's a shame that the Retron 5 isn't compatible with CRTs thanks to having only HDMI as the only connector that it's got. I just want to show you guys how I managed to get it to run on a CRT, but apart from that I also want to show you how I still managed to record footage through the HDMI cable even though I'm playing it on a CRT, which might sound a bit convoluted, and trust me it is, but I'm going to talk you through the steps, show you how to get crystal clear gameplay video for YouTube, as well as be able to play it on a CRT. Not only does it make the games look as they were intended to look on the original systems, it also reduces the input lag to 0. That's something else that people have been complaining about online, is the fact that there's a slight lag between the control being pressed and the action happening on the screen. That lag actually comes from the TV rather than the console, and the only way to eliminate that is to use a TV that doesn't have lag. First of all, do not use LCD TVs. Even if they have a game mode setting, it doesn't actually mean that it reduces the lag to 0. It reduces it to something like 40 milliseconds down from about 100. But anyway, that's too much technical detail. The only way you can actually get a properly lag-free experience with a TV is either to use a very expensive plasma TV, which a lot of people don't have, or the other way is to pick up a really cheap, or just use one that's lying around, an old fat CRT TV, which are far superior in several ways apart from resolution, obviously. The obvious benefit is the fact that they are completely lag-free. I didn't actually even know this was possible until only a few days ago. I found one of these on eBay. Basically, it is a converter box which you plug the HDMI cable into one side and then you use a double-ended SCART cable to come out the other side. So that actually lets you run a HDMI signal on a TV that doesn't have a HDMI socket, and it works fantastically well. It's got a switch, so you can actually switch between PAL or NTSC settings depending on what your TV is set to. But the great thing about the Retron 5 is, even if I've got that set to PAL, which looks a lot better on my screen because it's a PAL TV, I can set the refresh rate on the actual Retron 5 system to 60 Hz, and it will run on the PAL 50 Hz signal with no noticeable difference apart from the clearer screen picture, which is just fantastic. So that's how to get the good quality on the CRT, but how do you get the SCART CRT picture back onto the capture card, which uses HDMI? Well, basically what you want to do is first plug the Retron 5 into the capture card. I've got a Hackaparge HD PVR2 capture card, which is a really nice, easy to use device for anyone that wants to make gameplay videos for YouTube. I definitely recommend it. Anyway, you plug the HDMI cable from the Retron 5 into that box using the input, and then the output is another HDMI cable, which would usually go into the TV so you can actually see what you're recording. But instead of plugging that straight into the TV, plug that into this box that I've got here, and then use the SCART cable that comes out of that box to plug it into the CRT. And I've actually got a SCART block for the CRT, so I'm plugging that SCART cable into the SCART block, and then that SCART block goes into the back of the CRT. Anyway, the next thing you want to do is press record on the computer. So I'll switch to me on the computer screen to explain this next bit. What you'll want to do next is on the computer, open up this program here, HD PVR Capture. I think on Windows it's different, but I presume it will still work the same. So anyway, once this is opened up, all you need to do is check that it's going through the right cable, so HDMI cable, and the audio is also coming out of HDMI. Click record. If you want to check, you can click preview, and then in VLC just double click on that and it should show you exactly the same as what the screen over there is showing you, except this will be in HD, 720 HD, which I think is a bit smaller than that, like that or something. And on the CRT you can see it exactly as it should look on the system anyway. And you see the switch here. This actually switches from NTSC to PAL, so if your TV is from PAL region, it will actually look a lot clearer. So you'll want to switch that over to whatever region your TV is set to. And then once that's done, let's test out a game. So I've got here one of my favourite SNES games, Super Aleste. So let's put that in there and see what it looks like. coming through the TV and through the computer. So there you go, it's picked up what the game is. If you want even more of a lag-free experience, don't use the official controller. Use a controller that plugs in, so that it doesn't have to worry about wireless compatibility or anything. So first thing you want to do before you play the game is choose the speed that you want it to. So on this I've got it to force 60 Hz, which means it's running at the speed the American or Japanese version of the game would be. But before you go and play it, you have to go down to console region and actually change that to match what you want the speed to be, or else the sound ends up getting muddled up. So I've got this on Japan at the moment, and sometimes on CRT TVs it can cut some things off the screen, so you'll want to turn that setting down. It says screen size, turn that down as much as you can. Then once you've done all that, then just press play and it should just work perfectly on both the computer and the TV at the same time. Let's press play, unpause that. So first of all, I'll show you the footage from the camera. Just turn the sound down on there. Right. So as you can see, it looks really nice on the CRT. It looks just as good as playing through the original system, in fact. And there is... wait for it to restart. There is no lag whatsoever, which is something that couldn't be said for playing it on a LCD TV. Obviously it didn't help me out very much there. But now let's see what that clip looked like on the computer and how to put that into your video editing software. Okay, so now you pressed stop. If you go on all files, or I suppose it would be recent files on Windows, and find the actual recording that the capture card has just made, you'll be able to have a look at that. So you can see I was going through all the menus here, changing the screen size. Should start playing over there. Turn that down a little bit. You'll be able to hear that the music is playing far too fast compared to how it was earlier, and the video is too. But the music is clear, that's the main thing. So yeah, that's way too fast and is really weird compared to how it's supposed to be. So what you want to do is open up your video editing software. I use Premiere Pro CC, but I presume any video software would give you the option of changing the speed. So once that's open, make a new project. Retron 5 example. Set it up as HDV in the capture format and click OK. And then what you'll want to do down here, import media, is find the video, drag it down to there. There it is. So you can open it up and scrub to the bit you want around the area you want. Okay, so once you've got the clip on here, you'll want to go to speed and duration, change that from 100 to 91.84. Click on this box here that says maintain audio pitch, or else it'll end up sounding really deep. So that's made the clip a little bit longer, as you can see. So go to a bit where there was some gameplay, click the play button, and it should sound a lot nicer. So now if we go back here, you can hear that it sounds a million times better than it did before. But it's out of sync, so what you want to do next is right click, unlink the two clips so they're separate, and try and find something that you can match up. If you go down here in the corner, you can actually move it up like that so you can see where the sound starts and stops. And then you have the fun task of trying to match that up to the audio clip, which takes a while. If you want to make a few more finer adjustments, you can actually move this other slider here. So there you go, it looks like it's all lined up now. So once all the clips lined up, then you just crop the edges to match the same as the clip before, highlight the entire thing, right click and click link again, and then that means you can use that new clip anywhere you want in the video, and fingers crossed it should all match up, and then you can go about and add your audio over the top. So I hope this has been a really helpful video for you guys. Thanks for watching, I'll see you soon, goodbye.